Hi and welcome to a new video. Today I want to share with you a new obsession that I have. Actually, strike that. I have two new obsessions that I'm going to share with you today. I'm using my Royal Talent sketchbook and I'm using my all new mix and match watercolor palette that we assembled just a couple of videos back. I'll maybe link the video down in the description if you want to see how I put this watercolor palette together. So my number one new obsession is to create a spread in my sketchbook. What I mean by that is to create different square and circle and rectangle and different bits and pieces of different shape, and then I'm going to just put together like I'm doing here. I'm going to sketch on it. So basically I'm sort of moving away from filling up the entire page. That sometimes can feel overwhelming, thinking I have an entire page in front of me, I have no idea what to put on. In this way I just have little bits and pieces that can create a story, or they can be separate from each other. This led me to my second obsession, that is a new mixed media combo that I discovered recently and apparently I cannot live without at the moment, which is watercolor with acrylic. Let me know down in the comment, guys, have you ever tried this mixed media combo before? Watercolor and acrylic together, it just feels so right. I don't know why I just saw them as background material for the longest time to be layered on top when they work so well with each other. And yeah, so lately that's what I'm doing. I've been having pages and pages of sketchbook that I will share with you in the end of the month. I'm filling up so many pages with this technique, and I'm creating different shapes for my little creation. Now the first one is always a wild card because I like to work intuitively, especially lately that I'm short on time. I don't really want to spend my time finding a reference photo or scrolling through reference photo. I prefer work intuitively and loose and expressively. That's just what fits my life right now and what feels right right now. And I always try to follow my artistic needs and let them fit my life. Art has to fit your life, has to serve your life. You don't have to serve. Art is something that I love to repeat always, and I will repeat forever. Art is meant for your well-being, for your mental well-being, for your artistic well-being, your creative well-being. It's not you that have to serve art. Okay, so as you see, I am jumping back and forth. As I said, the first square is a bit of a wild card because I work intuitively, so I don't know what I'm doing. So I start with some simple shape and something that is easy for my brain, just line, moving the brush around, and then I base my decision on the color that I lay down. As you see, I jump back and forth between squares because I have maybe color on my palette, and this is by the way, a new technique that I'm in love with. I'm using a lot of, so I'm spreading a little bit of acrylic and then I'm using the palette knife to create this texture. It gives the idea of grass, is beautiful, and it works super well. The light is changing because I had to leave and come back at a later time, but here I'm using also some acrylic marker, and here I'm using this fluid acrylic because it's super bright and it's a lovely color, and I was looking for this pop of color. So you see, I am jumping back and forth. I keep working intuitively, and I sort of start to see a theme in this spread. I wish I knew the theme from the very beginning, because the first spread I really didn't like it, and I kept going back to it to try to layer stuff on top. But all the other spreads are so beautiful and really call my art. And yeah, here what I start to do is basically create a different portion of a tree in different spread. You will see them in the other spread that I'm going to create as well. And as I have one color on my palette, I will get to the end of the color by moving back and forth on the other little square. And should I have too much of the color left, I do not like to waste color. I'm usually having another sketchbook at hand where I just pour the rest of the color, and later on I will go and create something. But as you see, I move with the same type of color back and forth, and I add it wherever it's needed. I would love to know, guys, if you enjoy to work intuitively as well, like me, or if you feel like you need to have a reference picture in front of you. I do feel like we do need a reference photo for making more detail artwork, but also for expressive art. We need to be inspired, and sometimes our mind is just too occupied with other thoughts to be loose and inspired. Sometimes take out the thinking process can be really good, but at the moment I am enjoying working intuitively a lot. So I would love to know, where are you right now in this phase of your life? Things change, like every few weeks I change, I work in a way and then I work in another, because that's my creative being. This is how I respect my creative being, by jumping back and forth between material and between subject and yeah, between everything, like also what my where my reference come from. I have to say, when it comes to subject, lately I've been very much obsessed with trees. So my subject is always nature, can be flower or can be landscape, but lately trees is where my mind goes, and there is so much to learn about trees, their structure, the way they flow with their branches, and how their roots move in. It's just so curious and interesting. Yeah, I want to paint them more and more, and I hope to come back soon to also paint on canvas and make it like really big project with trees. And I have something in my mind that it need to be replicated on a canvas, and I hope soon to be able to express what's in my mind. But yeah, that's where I am at the moment. I wanted to share this process with you because I am really obsessed with, and I love it. I just love to create this mini spread, and yeah, I love to fill them up intuitively with everything that calls my art. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to look good, it just has to feel right. As long as something feels right for you, that's art, that's creativity, and you are respecting your own well-being. So yeah, that's where I'm at. By the way, I am obsessed with this little spread and I'm creating a lot of them. But at the same time, because I'm creating so tiny, I also start to really want to create really, really big. I don't know, I think balance of life. So I did already create a very big spread on my A3 sketchbook that I never touched before because it was so overwhelming for me, too big. But apparently now, because I'm working so tiny, I also want to work super large. There's no balance in life, isn't it? There's no winning. Uh, so next time I will share with you my um, third obsession of the time. I don't know. I let you continue watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoying. The material I use are watercolor, acrylic, and acrylic marker, different brand, so I'm not really set my art on one thing. Use what you have. Yeah, don't forget to leave me a like, I would really appreciate, and I'll see you next time. Bye.